That's a total white thing to say.
Right, where they're walking away from the Asian culture so much,
I say we're about 5, but yeah.
5 gens?
Yeah, because you have the expats and, Vietnamese and also you have the Japanese and Korean expats as well.
Yeah, and that's like 1 or 2 generations.
No way.
Way.
When was the Korean War? 1950?
Yeah, late 50s.
Yeah. So what's the generation of you? It's like 20 years, right?
Well, who knows? I guess it depends. All I'm saying is my grandparents came over from China pre-World War II back during... Did I talk to you about this? About the Battle of Shanghai and all that?
No.
Dude, my grandparents were in Shanghai during the Battle of Shanghai. Do you know anything about the Battle of Shanghai?
Is that where the Ybarrolaza comes from?
No. It's a long story. Anyway, but it was after that they immigrated to San Francisco. So.
Got it. All right. Well.
Anyway, generations aside. I mean, in other words, Asians are obviously as American as the rest of us. And their culture is fading, like.
Well, mainland Chinese for Kung Fu.
Right.
So. Our old administrator.
I mean, can you even find a Wing Chun studio now?
Yeah. Or? So I was going to get to that. So, a lady who works in the clerical staff for our office.
Okay.
Her brother is like one of the original Kung Fu practitioners in the Bay Area in the 70s, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, he's obviously, he came along after the Bruce Lee era. Right, because Bruce Lee was like, I guess, like late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
This guy was late 70s, early 80s.
Gotcha.
Opens up a wushu school, does all that stuff, and he's considered like an old school Cantonese style American Asian, right?
Right.
Even though his father was born in the United States and his grandfather was born in the United States, and he's in his 50s now. So right. I guess my point with that is that but there's a disconnect between him and the Chinese that are coming over now.
But I'm talking about social change within those generations.
Well, yeah. Well, no, that's what my point is. My point is that
where they're walking away from the Chinese culture so much,
In Vancouver, there was a good story about it where like these ultra rich people in Vancouver or ultra rich Chinese are buying up property in Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
And they're driving up the prices that are keeping a lot of the older Cantonese cultural centers in the area go under because of raising the taxes on them. They can't afford to live there anymore.
Okay. Oh, that's crazy. So they're like culturally gentrifying themselves.
Exactly. And the thing here is the Chinese that come over from the mainland, they speak Mandarin. They don't speak Cantonese. They don't even know how to throw a fucking kick. You know what I'm saying? And then you got these like 3, 4, 5 generation, let's say 2 generation.
Okay.
Vancouver kids that are coming on there who are, Cantonese.
Right.
They don't speak Cantonese.
Right. No, totally.
The closest thing there to the Cantonese is that they have fucking brunch every once in a while and go have dim sum.
The General's chicken.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a huge cultural divide with martial arts in general.
And these are the guys in the movies now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what drives me fucking nuts.
Bring it all back. Yeah. And of course they only cast Asians as martial artists, and these guys don't know martial arts.
Yeah. And they're pretty motherfuckers,
They are pretty, dude.
They're pretty, and they won't hire them for regular pretty shit.
Right. Like put an Asian guy in Friends. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Is that what I'm talking? Right.
Exactly.
I mean, although you had
but they're getting there.
You had a couple actresses get in. They broke in. Ming-Na Hua broke in.
Yeah, I mean they're coming along.
ER, and then Sandra Oh.
Yeah.
She's broke through a couple places. But yeah.
I mean it's changing now, and I think it's always been an easier acceptance amongst Asian culture in general with Americans. Right? I mean, for some reason white people love Japanese culture. There's something respectable about their that's what the whole fucking Last Samurai was about, right?
About what? What was it all about?
About a white guy going over there and just falling in love with
the Last Samurai,
the discipline of Japanese people and everything about them, and he's going to save them, that kind of shit.
Yeah, they all died though.
They all died, and who's left?
Oh, the white guy.
Exactly.
But somebody's got to live.
I just watched that movie recently. By the way,
somebody's got to live. Is make it the white guy. Did you, dude? I'm sure we've talked about this. Have you seen 13 Assassins?
Yes.
Okay. Have we talked about that? Because it's.
I don't think we talked about it on the podcast.
It's moved into my top 5 favorite movies of all time.
All time.
I told one of my Japanese neighbors to watch it. How racist is that?
I love it.
And he watched it and he goes, yeah, it's okay.
Oh, what a dick.
He's young though. He's like, 10 years younger than us. He's 30, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
that movie. Anyway, 13 Assassins, for anybody who hasn't seen it, watch it. Watch it long form, watch it subtitled. It's amazing.
It's so dark.
Yeah.
I love dark shit.
Oh, I know. It starts off with a suicide a protest suicide.
I mean, speak of dark stuff. I mean, Invincible.
Dude,
how great is that?
Oh, it's brutal.
Intense.
I love the cast too.
Oh yeah,
the voice cast is amazing. That's that Netflix, Amazon money, man.
Yeah, I know, man. Production. I mean,
they've changed the game.
Oh, it's so good.
And I love TV now. You know what? I don't know how. I guess Marvel, right? But I don't know how movies survive. To be honest.
Well, I mean, it's what they have to get back to movies is the short form of storytelling.
Right.
But
it's so terrible compared to long form. I mean, when you get when you get a long, and I'm talking about a single season,
But what's the golden age of cinema though? What
I don't know.
The 70s.
Oh, okay.
Right. That's
well, that was before videotape, and yeah, totally.
And if you look at their storytelling and how they did it in short part of time, it's not as complicated as it because everything's been told so far so many times, so many different ways.
They've rehashed it so many times.
That
dude, when they start like making they start remaking shit for like the third or fourth time, it's just. And
so now they have to remake it, but they have to like go into what the guy ate for breakfast,
right,
and how it affected him and how he's connected to his mother's.
But have you done Loki?
Yes.
I mean, you can't do that in a movie. You can't.
It's great.
You can't slow roll, and it's just so much better than a movie.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna tell you what, the storytelling long form is always going to be better.
Okay.
Right. If you're telling a story.
And by the way, I'm sorry, Hollywood. Movies are great.
If you're telling a story, then long form is always going to be great. That's why podcasts are awesome. That's why audiobooks are awesome. I mean, listen, I will listen to an audiobook, for 10 hours versus watching an hour and a half documentary on something.
Oh, totally.
Right.
Well, Wrath of the Khans. I was talking about that with Travis from Beeson.
I just finished the journey of Crazy Horse.
Oh, is it good?
It's fantastic.
Who does it?
I don't know. It's his own author.
Because
he wrote the book.
Dan Carlin, I'm going to call you out. You lazy motherfucker doesn't make enough content.
That's hard for him.
I know. He's having a hard time with the whole Trump thing too.
The research piece is just too much.
Right.
Yeah. But
hire a researcher then. He's got the money.
My point is this: is that long form storytelling is always going to be better. But that's not what movies are about, and people are forgetting that.
Okay, tell me.
Movies are about visual capturing, storytelling, right?
Right.
Key point is Jeremiah Johnson, one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh, I never saw it. Is that hold on. I worked at a video store, but is that Pretty Boy?
Yes.
Who Hydra? What's his name? God.
Yeah, Hydra. Yeah, that's right. That's him.
He was the bad guy. Robert yeah. I just had it, and then you said Robert, and you screwed me up. Redford. Yeah,
Robert
Jesus.
Redford.
Sweet Jesus. By the way, sorry for the blaspheme.
So, Jeremiah Johnson, I mean, the first movie opens up.
He's like a mountain man.
Yeah, they open it up, and he's like, there's like a little tune to him, right? And you can tell he just come back from the war. He's just coming in from the war, and he gets his supplies with his money that he has. And he asks the shop guy, like, hey, where can I find beaver and other critters to trap?
Okay.
And the guy's like, go to the mountains and head west to the mountains and then turn this and, you'll find it. And then it just goes into visuals of him fucking starving. But it's so intense. It's so great.
I that reminds me of a fucking incredible movie that you couldn't have done in TV.
What?
Into the Wild.
Yes.
Ugh.
It's
Heart
good.
wrenching.
It's good, but then you hear about the real stories, like it ruins everything.
Dude, they finally, speaking of which makes this a little relevant now, is they just recently airlifted that bus out of there.
Oh, they moved it?
They got rid of it because
People were going there and dying?
Yes. People were going, I think people were going there and dying. People were going there and committing suicide. And it was, it turned into some more, a macabre kind of tourist destination.
Oh, people always ruin everything.
Right? I'm sure I'm sure they were Instagram living their trip out there and some bullshit and they fucked it all up.
I hate people. Just ruin everything. No, I mean, yeah. So Jeremiah Johnson. I mean, there's a way that they used to capture things back in the day. Me and my wife watched a bunch of old shit recently that she's never seen. Hard Times with Charles Bronson.
No. I love Chuck Bronson. I like old cowboy Chuck Bronson though.
So he's
like young Chuck.
He's a little bit older.
Magnificent Seven, a great piece of original American cinema.
Yeah,
I'm just fucking with you.
Yes,
it was such a direct rip off of Seven Samurai.
I know.
It was, but
horrible. The new one's pretty good, though, I have to admit.
I didn't like the new one.
Okay, so the Native American guy, he's from Alaska. He's actually one of my gaming partners' buddies.
Oh,
they kind of grew up
nice.
together.
Are you clanning it up or what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's Tlingit, which is the tribe up there.
Oh, okay.
And he speaks Tlingit. He's not speaking Navajo. I mean, Comanche. He's like a Comanche warrior in the Magnificent Seven.
Right. Right.
But he's actually Tlingit, and he's speaking Tlingit.
Oh, okay.
And he basically tells
but the white people don't know the difference.
He basically tells Denzel Washington that he's a stink ass in his native tongue. But the producer's like, "Oh, that sounds great. Let's roll with it.
Go with it, yeah."
And they threw the subtitles at the bottom. It's like, "Here, blah blah blah, eat this.
Put whatever you want in there." Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, "Here you go, stink ass."
I wasn't into the Chris Pratt thing and the
I know.
I don't know what to think of. And that's another one of my favorite movies ever. Probably in the top 5. We might have to go over the top 5s because I think my top 5 is about 12. Was Gattaca, but what's his name?
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke, yeah, like him, Ethan Hawke. I don't know because
they just throw in a Korean guy.
And then with the hat pin. I mean, I
liked it, but I like ridiculous shit like that.
See that, and that is why we go to the movies. Brother.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I could watch a guy pull out a pin and throw it at somebody.
Yeah.
But as soon as I see Ralph Macchio throw a bad kick, oh my God, I lose my goddamn mind.
Why are you getting on Ralph? And because first, are you talking about now? Because I haven't seen him throw a kick yet, other than he's chopping prices and kicking.
Yeah. Just wait.
Okay.
Wait till you see that motherfucker do a backflip. You're like, get out of here.
Come
you can't even tie your shoes without breaking, spraining your back.
Honestly, he looks like he needs a walker. In
exactly.
the first 3 episodes, he's moving like a wooden man.
He's built like a 50-year-old osteoporosis woman.
Yes. It looks like, I'll say it, he looks like he's in a spine brace.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the thing about
but he's from New Jersey, I mean, what do you want? The character,
tough guys in Jersey.
Oh, I know.
I mean, he's Italian.
LaRusso, but he's a skinny little Italian kid.
He's like the worst part of Italians.
He's a skinny little Italian man now.
I mean, he looks good.
I guess. It looks like a wig, though. I don't know. Maybe. His wife is very attractive in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, she is. Well, I mean, that's your style, huh? His daughter.
Oh my goodness!
She's like 22 in real life. Who cares?
Okay,
this is fun, man. We gotta do this.
Yeah. So what else? What else you got? McGregor, he's fighting again. A couple weeks. He's done now, right?
No.
I think we're getting close to his he fought one too many fights thing.
No,
where his legs aren't going to be there, or
I think for him it's all mental.
Because the last one, he's got his legs kicked off, right?
Yeah, but you have to understand, fucking Dustin hits like a truck too.
Okay.
He's got an awkward style. I think when he was cutting the 145 originally, Dustin Poirier, the Diamond.
Right.
I think it was a hard suck for him, meaning that he lost too much weight.
Right.
So one little dead touch from Conor. And you have to remember, at 45, Conor's got the touch of death. People just go to sleep. So there's that piece to it.
So now, what's the game right now in MMA? Because I'm